guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, my name is Femke and in today's video I will be sharing my swatches of the Cowboy collection by Cirque Colors. I have purchased this collection myself. I usually get them at hypnoticpolish.com, which is super convenient for me because they are located here in the Netherlands as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna quit the rambling right here, just make it a really short intro part because these polishes are really pretty and I do have a couple of like little points that I really want to talk about because not all of the polishes were what I expected them to be. So yeah, if you're curious to hear more and see my swatches, of course keep on watching. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you would like to do so. Hit that notification bell as well and become a part of my little nail family here at YouTube. But thank you guys so much for watching on forehand. I love you so much, and as usual I hope to see you in my next video as well. So before going into all of these swatches, I will be just quickly showing you all the boxes. This collection comes in the regular Cirque Colors, kind of like light yellowy, beigey kind of packaging. I really love their packaging, by the way. It just looks so cute with the little like peek through holes that are in like the entire box. Like every side has a little like hole that you can actually see the bottle in, and the color, of course, I really love that. So just a little extra information about this collection. They are or actually they had different prices. I got them at hypnoticpolish.com, and yes, I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but the thermal ones were €13.50 in euros, the holos and the shimmer ones were €12.50, and the creamy polishes were €11.50. So yeah, the prices vary a little bit, of course, depending on what ingredients are needed and pigments and shimmers and all that jazz. But let's get into this first color. This is one of the thermals, and this is actually one of the colors that I really wanted to talk to you guys about because I've seen a lot of different swatch pictures, and I have to say I was a little bit disappointed in this one. Like the thermal effect, like no issues with that. It looks really nice, flawless, very fluidly, if you know what I mean. It doesn't have like a really stark edge where the lighter and darker shade starts, but it definitely needs 3 coats or maybe even 4 coats or just a good like opaque base color to really make this one stand out and to be fully opaque, because even with the 3 coats that I applied, it was still sheer. Like my natural smile line was still peeking through. Oh, and by the way, like the little like flex damage kind of thing going on my thumb, like halfway down the nail, that is actually not my nail, but a little bit of gel that was still on there, and I actually bent my nail a little bit while I was at a work party. So yeah, it was like seriously the last 5 minutes of that party, for some reason I got stuck into like my jacket and my nail bent a little and the gel polish actually cracked. So yeah, it's just a little bit leftover gel polish that's underneath that I didn't want to file all the way down to the natural nail, because you don't want to file your natural nail like that. So yeah, it's actually not my nail being damaged, but just a little bit of the gel base and top coat that were still on there. So yeah, just for the record, little side note. But back to this polish, because as you can see here with that 3rd coat, it was still a little sheer, but I do really like the color shift of this one. So like the warmer side has a very light blue, even it could even be really white if you have a really warm temperature, and the tip, so the colder side, is a beautiful blue tone. Then the next thermal one, there are actually 2 thermals, 2 hollows, 2 shimmers and 2 creamies, but I will get into the other ones when I'm going to swatch those. This one is called Tequila Sunrise. Oh, and if you haven't noticed yet, for this video and my previous video, I just decided to put the names in the lower left corner of like the video footage, so you can always see what color I'm swatching. Of course, I do always mention the name and just show you the name on the bottle before swatching and afterwards, but I've had some replies and feedback from you guys that you would really like me to put the names into like the videos as well, well while swatching them, so I was like, let's just give it a try. It does take up a certain amount of time while editing because you just have to add extra layers to your video process. So yeah, it might take a little longer for me, but so far I'm really liking it. So yeah, definitely let me know what you think about that little feature in my videos. I will try to do so like from now on whenever I'm swatching multiple colors in one video. And yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback on that. But back to the color, because I'm taking so many side rants today. Not really rants, but just little side annotations that I'm talking about, extra random stuff. But this color, I just swatched it for 2 coats. It could definitely need a third one as well, but I do feel like it is more opaque than the previous thermal one. Other than that, gorgeous color. I love my orangey kind of reddish colors. Do make sure to wear a good base coat underneath because it might be a stainer. Then the next color already is also one color that I was kind of debating on whether or not I should get it, but at the end of the day, I'm just a big nail polish collector, hoarder, enthusiast, fanatic, however you want to call it, and I just really wanted the collection to be like complete. So I just decided to get it anyways. This one is called Tumbleweed, and it is one of those green colors that you either hate or love. Like at the end of the day, green is my least favorite color, but this is one of those tones. I feel like there's just enough yellow in this green polish that I pretty much like it. Or maybe it's just me and just trying new stuff and trying out colors that I usually don't gravitate towards that often. But yeah, it's not a bad polish. This one is one of the creamy ones, of course. There's no shimmer or glitter or anything like that in this one. And this one was €11.50 in euros. As I mentioned, I get mine at hypnoticpolish.com. I'm not sponsored or paid or anything like that to mention that. I just really love the web store. And for anyone who's also from Europe, it's really easy to order from them because the shipping rates are very, very doable. But yeah, Tumbleweed, it is pretty much opaque within 2 coats. I really like it. I love the fact that they also put 2 creamy ones in here, because there were some sheer colors, like other colors that I will still have to show you in this video. But let's just continue with the next one, because the other creamy one is called a Renegade. And I'm not quite sure what that word actually means, but I think that's how you pronounce it. Definitely let me know if you know what that word means, because you guys should already know that English is not my mother tongue. I'm actually from the Netherlands, so yeah, do educate me in words that I don't know yet. But this color is actually pretty cool, and that comes from someone who usually doesn't like greens. I think this is one of those colors, it's just perfect for fall, for winter. You can do some really Christmassy designs with it as well. That is something that I really like about this collection too, even though it's kind of like an early fall collection. I do feel like a lot of the colors are wearable throughout different seasons of the year. Of course, you can just wear any color whenever you want to. There aren't any rules to nail polish or nail art or anything like that, in my opinion. But yeah, I really love that there's so much like variety in this collection, and you can just wear it anytime. Like, I can definitely see myself doing like a Christmas tree kind of design with this color, but also like a grassy green nail art in spring or summer. So yeah, it is actually pretty much opaque within just 2 coats, which is something that I love. I usually go for 2 coats whenever I swatch. And yeah, I just really like this green. I don't know what's wrong with me, what is happening to me, but I like this green. Then the next one is called Fandango. I was a little bit disappointed by this one, even though it is such a beautiful polish to look at in the bottle. I don't know, I'm a little bit torn on this one, because this is one of the shimmers. This one was €12.50 in euros. And yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's worth that price, because don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful brand, it is a beautiful polish, but it is so darn sheer that I don't know if I'm gonna ever wear this polish on its own. because it is so sheer, and I have only like applied 2 coats, so I think a 3rd layer will definitely make it a little bit more opaque, but I don't think this is a polish that you will get opaque on its own without an opaque like a white or pink or maybe even a gold like base coat underneath. So yeah, I'm a little torn about this one because it looks so gorgeous in the bottle, and like the shimmer in here and the very finely milled holographic glitter is just, oh, it's gorgeous. It is like a sunset in a bottle. I don't know, it's gorgeous. I love it. And on the other hand, I don't like it because it's so sheer, if you know what I mean. I feel like I'm really rambly today, and that's just because I have my 3 weeks off of work and it got quite late yesterday. So sorry if I'm a little bit too rambly, but hey, that's just life, and I just share honest and true to life stuff here on my channel. But definitely let me know what you think about that previous color, because I'm just really torn about it. The next one, on the other hand, is really gorgeous. I was pretty much blown away by this one because I was expecting it to be as sheer as the previous one, but fortunately it wasn't the case at all. Of course, it's a little sheer on the first coat, as you will see in a little bit, but don't judge a polish on its first coat, because sometimes the second coat can totally bring it to life, make it completely opaque, and so on. But this color is called Wild Berry West. It is so gorgeous. I feel like if I would not have been born as a human, but would have been made as a nail polish, this would be me. I don't know, it's just really gorgeous. It's a beautiful, like, darkish magenta kind of tone, and there are so many shimmers in here. It is insane. I do feel like it kind of has the same or like a similar finely milled holographic glitter in this one, just like the previous color did, but it is so much more opaque. I feel like the base has more pigment in it, and it's a very beautiful rich color, really gorgeous to wear any time of year as well. And just that blue shimmer in there is so poppin'. It's insane. It is so eye-catching. I'm just falling in love with this color. It's just, I feel like this polish is my soulmate. It is gorgeous, but one thing, definitely, and when I say this, like, take it very seriously, definitely wear a base coat for this one if you're not wearing any gel polish underneath, because this one will stain your nails to the gods and back. Like, seriously, wear a base coat for this one. Even though it's like love at first sight with that color, it will stain your nails like orange, I guarantee you. But yeah, the next color, or like the last 2 colors already, are actually the holographic ones. These are linear holographic, so there is a rainbow sheen throughout like the entire polish. These are divine. These are so beautiful. I am obsessing over these, and I was quite surprised with how opaque these were with just 2 coats. But this first one is actually called Space Cowboy. It is a very lovely, I'd say nudish, beigey kind of holographic. I don't know. This one is a difficult one for me to describe because it might look a little different depending on your skin like tone and warmth and such. For me, it's kind of like a nudish beigey gold. I don't dislike it. It is very gorgeous. It is a color that I don't feel like I really have a lot of like similar colors of in my collection so far. And trust me, I have a ton of nail polishes, and I'm sure I got like a ton of dupes and similar ones, but for this one there's only like one color that pops into my mind that might look a little similar, and that is one from a limited edition by Catrice, I think like 3 years ago or something. Maybe even longer ago, I don't know. Like, now I'm in my 30s, I feel like time is such a weird concept. I still feel like I'm like 20 years old, but I'm like turning 31. It's insane. But yeah, this color, it is gorgeous. The holographic effect is beautiful. If you like holographic polishes, definitely keep this one in mind to pick it up. It is just, oh, it gives me life. It is so beautiful. And then the last 8, like the 8th color from this collection, is also a holographic one. It's like fall in a bottle. I don't know, like festivities. It is just beautiful. It's like a chocolatey brown holographic. And once again, I don't have a lot of similar polishes to this one either. It's not like your standard like pink or blue holographic, you know. It is just really gorgeous, and it was completely opaque with 2 coats. One thing that I do want to mention about this one is just be careful to not overwork this one while the polish is still wet, because now looking at the footage with that second coat, I actually overworked one spot on the right side, kind of like halfway down the nail. I accidentally picked up a little bit of the previous layer while doing the brush stroke, and that was something that I didn't see while recording, because I have really like bright lights and stuff like that, and my camera picks up every single flaw and mistake that you make. So yeah, to the naked eye it wasn't visible, but with all the lighting and my camera just being the badass that it is, it totally showed my mistake. So yeah, definitely make sure not to overwork these holographic ones, and just make sure to let every single coat dry completely before going into the next, because otherwise you will end up just like me with a little bald patch, which isn't a bad thing if you can see it with the naked eye, but of course my camera is just being judgy all the time and just like showing me my mistakes, which is a good thing. I love to share that. But yeah, this was the 8th and final color already. Definitely let me know what you think about this collection. Personally, I feel like there are a ton of really good colors in here. I was just a little disappointed in the blue thermal and one of the shimmers, even though they looked so gorgeous in the bottles. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think about them. And thank you so much for watching. Of course, I love you so much, and I hope to see you in my next video as well.